Dear friend, on a beautiful summer afternoon 2 years ago, two young men started the same business. They were very much alike, these two young men. Both had grown up on the same street. They had the same first name. They even shared the same middle name. Though one moved away and the other stayed. One started a business at 18 and after 6 years of effort decided to quit. Both were now in their late 20s, and as new business owners are, they were filled with ambitious dreams for the future. Recently, these two men had coffee after 2 years apart. They were still in much the same place. Both had started detailing, both had initial success, but there was a difference. One man was still operating a business after 2 years. The other was working a job. Have you ever wondered, as have I, what makes the difference in people's lives? Is it native intelligence or talent or dedication? It isn't that one person wants success and the other doesn't. The difference lies in what each person knows and how he or she makes use of that knowledge. That's why I'm sharing with you about the value of confidence in social settings. For that is the whole purpose of these videos, of this newsletters. It's to give you knowledge that you can use in your life. A newsletter unlike any other. You see, this newsletter, it's unique. It's combining 49 years of experience, 10 from my own life and 39 from two books that deeply influenced me. It's the only weekly newsletter that combines social skills, creativity, and storytelling into a unique cocktail. With 28 to 32 newsletters already written, there's this beautiful binge bank available for you to sample, along with a course to help you develop confidence in social settings. Each Saturday, the newsletter offers a broad range of topics in how to get along with people, confidence, likability, enthusiasm. We talk about creativity and storytelling, and this newsletter gives you all the tools you need to develop these skills when you need them. Applied knowledge is power. Right now, I'm looking at all the newsletters that have already been published, filled with actionable challenges and ways to get outside your comfort zone. There's one on how I started a service-based business, how to create a compelling vision for your life, 7 ways to be creative and avoid a boring life, how to get organized in as little as 2 hours a week, 3 quick and easy steps to make others feel important. And that's just 5 of 29 newsletters already published. Over the last 10 years, I've learned how to gain confidence in social settings, combining the best ideas from Sean Purry, Chris Voss, Dale Carnegie, and Frank Bettger. If you've never read this newsletter before, you can't imagine the world that will open up to you by reading and applying the ideas within it. It may just double your happiness and your income. Much of this information, it's hard to find because most people aren't listening to one book every year for 10 years, allowing it to change the very fabric of their being. Or listening to one podcast 21 times in the last 2 months. So you get the best of this investment of time and you get 80% of the benefits. And it's a free subscription. Put our statement to the test by subscribing and reading our newsletter each Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's the perfect way to become acquainted with the newsletter. Or you may prefer to accelerate your learning with a 6-week Outsider to Insider course walking you through how to improve your confidence in social settings. And you can simply visit Outsider to Insider, put in your email and your credit card, and get started. That'll be linked in the description below. And about those two friends I mentioned at the beginning of this newsletter, they started for the first 20 years of life together. So what made their lives in business different? Knowledge, useful knowledge and its application. An investment in success. I cannot promise you that success will instantly be yours if you read the newsletter and buy the course. But I can guarantee that you will always find this newsletter interesting always reliable, and always useful. And if you don't, I'll Venmo you $1. So hey everyone, it's Daniel. Talking to strangers gets a bad rep, but it shouldn't. New friends are a treasure. It feels great to laugh with a new friend while the time in line at the DMV flies by, or giving a compliment to someone you see at the gym, then having a 30-second conversation before the next set, or having a great conversation with a friend that you haven't seen in a while. It's so good to meet new friends and see old friends and catch up. And that's how it used to be all the time. But things changed. You started being told to watch out for strangers. You're connected to so many people via social media, yet no one really knows you. COVID made meeting in person feel weird, and some never recovered. You lost control. And looking at your phone now is easier than talking with someone that you don't know. The avalanche of people who walk around with wireless headphones in saying, "Don't talk to me, I'm too busy for you." All this cluttered up your time so you don't have the real friendships you long for. And Google, Apple, and Meta just let it happen. Now talking with strangers feels like an interruption rather than a joy. Something you dread, something that takes time that you don't have because of all the other things that are pulling at you. Rather than delight in it, you deal with it. And yet talking with strangers remains a wonder. Thanks to developing confidence in social skills, people go from strangers to best friends. People find significance and belonging. They find best friends and lifelong partners. It's reliable. It's simple. It makes it easy for two humans to share their love and for millions of people to make a living. So good news. The magic is still there. It's just obscured, buried underneath a mess of bad habits, fake people, and neglect. Some from people, some from machines, and a lot from negative beliefs about meeting new people. Talking with strangers deserves a dust-off, a renovation, modernized for the way we live today. With Outsider to Insider in 6 weeks, we've done just that. It's a redo, a rethink, a simplified, potent reintroduction in how to talk with strangers. A fresh start, the way it should be. Outsider to Insider in 6 weeks is our love letter to talking with strangers, and I'm sending it to you on the web. Daniel. And in the description down below, there's the link to the course. It's $97. Go ahead and check it out.